Sorry, just a moment. Oh, yeah. Okay. So share. So today we are seeing chapter reading from Antilila and chapter 13, pastimes. Yeah, pastimes with Jagadananda Pandit and Raghunath Das. Okay, Raghunatha Raghunatha Bhatta. Okay, all right. So we'll read this verse, Antilila. Um, जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद श्री चैतन्य चरितामृता की जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय दूरी रही भक्ति करिहा संगे न रहिबा तांसा बारा आचार चेष्टा लाई ते नारीबा दूरे रही भक्ति करिहा संगे न रहिबा तांसा बारा आचार चेष्टा लाई ते नारीबा दूरे रही भक्ति करिहा संगे न रहिबा तांसा बारा आचार चेष्टा लाई ते नारीबा. Anyone would like to repeat?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandabad Pranam.
Jai. Yes, Durga Mataji. Yeah.
Can I try Mataji?
Please, please.
If you mistake, please forget me.
Oh, no, no, not at all. Please, please.
দূরে রহি ভক্তি করিহ সঙ্গে না রহিবা তারও সবার আচার চেষ্টা লইতে নারিবা.
Jai. Wonderful, Mataji. Very nice. Thank you. Yes, please. Anyone else?
हरे कृष्ण माता जी.
Yeah.
दूरे रही भक्ति करिहा संगे न रहिबा तान सबर आचारा चित्सा न लैते नरिबा.
Jai. Wonderful, Prabhu. One more devotee possible, please.
Can I try Mataji?
Yes, please.
दूरे रही भक्ति करिहा संगे न रहिबा तन सबर आचरा चेष्टाला इते नारिबा.
Jai. Beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Do not mix freely with the residents of Mathura. Show them respect from a distance. Because you are on a different platform of devotional service, you cannot adapt their behavior and practices. This is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talking to Jagadananda Pandita. Do not mix freely with the residents of Mathura. Show them respect from a distance. Because you are on a different platform of devotional service, you cannot adapt their behavior and practices. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Okay, so it's quite interesting in this chapter. We see few things like Jagadananda Pandit's love for Mahaprabhu, and also how Mahaprabhu responded to it. And then will also see how Mahaprabhu is running towards hearing a wonderful song, you know, and he's running to catch that person, but then later he realizes that that is actually a woman, and then Mahaprabhu actually stays back. And we also see about Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami today's session. Okay, so we'll start with the yeah, so we'll start with the Jaganananda Pandit one. Oh, so Mahaprabhu, what happened, as we all know that as because this is Antya Leela, that means the ending pastime or the final pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually, Mahaprabhu is in a great separation from Krishna. So because of the great separation, what happened is body became very thin, because he would always in that mood of separation, he sometimes won't eat and he won't sleep, and then he was always remembering Krishna. And so like that, what happened was, his body was um, kind of reduced to very thin structure. um, he was feeling so much pain, of separation of Krishna. Then because of that, his body became very thin. And Mahaprabhu, when he was lying down, normally he would lie down on a dry bark of a um, dry bark of the plantain trees. So, but when he was lying down, because his body has become like a bone, like only bones are there, so it will hurt him so much. But yet Mahaprabhu would sleep, in the same way in the ground, just putting the dry bark of the plantain trees. So then, but all the associates became very, very unhappy. They could not tolerate Mahaprabhu going through such pain. And then Jagadananda Pandit thought, okay, let me do something. So he got some nice cloth, and that cloth he colored. He colored the cloth with red oxide, and he filled it with the cotton. They call it as the simula tree. The simula tree, the cotton from the simula tree. He took it and then he filled it inside, and he made it like a quilt and a pillow, so that Mahaprabhu can lie down on that, and his body will not feel hurt. So then he gave that quilt and pillow to Govinda, and he requested him to give to the Lord. And he also said to Swarup Damodar Goswami, because Swarup Damodar, anything Mahaprabhu, if anyone wanted to do anything, or wanted Mahaprabhu to accept anything, they would go through Swarup Damodar Goswami. He was very close associate of Mahaprabhu, and who was there the entire final Leela we see. Swarup Damodar Goswami was there, because he's someone who can actually understand the heart of the Lord, and then will do things accordingly. So, Jagadananda Pandit also told to Swarup Damodar Goswami, you also should, encourage Mahaprabhu, so that he will accept that. So then, when the time came for Mahaprabhu to, sleep, he saw the quilt and pillow. He became very angry, and then he asked, who has brought this, to Govinda. Then Govinda said, it is Jagadananda Pandit brought it. Then Mahaprabhu became little fearful, because in the earlier past time, Jagadananda Pandit brought big bottles of perfumes, not perfumes, it's sandalwood oils. And then all the way he took, carried and brought it to Jagannath Puri. And then when he gave it to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu said, I cannot use this perfumed oils and all because a sannyasi is not supposed to do. But you go and give it to Lord Jagannath. But Jagannath Pandit got so upset. At one point of time, he became so upset that he threw all the bottles which he brought all the way, walking, carrying. He threw them and broke them. You know, and because Jagadananda Pandit is none other than Satyabhama in Krishna Leela. And the mood of Satyabhama in Krishna Leela, we see that she has a very unique love for the Lord. If the Lord doesn't agree for something, then she will, kind of ask, and then, she will. It's kind of it is also a different rasa, and so Satyabhama was like that. And here also we see the same Satyabhama came in the Chaitanya Leela as Jagadananda Pandita. So here also that love we can see that. So she becomes angry, upset when Krishna doesn't accept anything, just like in Krishna Leela. Here Mahaprabhu is not accepted, so became upset. And then, but Mahaprabhu understood that Jagadananda Pandit will get upset, so he did not say anything, and he put the quilt and pillow away. And as usual, he was sleeping on the same the dry bark. And then Swarup Damodar said, I cannot, my dear Lord, I can't, say this because I know it is contradictory to your desire. But if you are not accepting, then Jagadananda Pandit will become very unhappy. So then Mahaprabhu said, you are also now talking like this. Why only pillow and quilt? You also bring the bed. Then my name will be completely ruined. Because a sannyasi, in especially those days, 500 years before, very, very strict, principles. And Mahaprabhu wanted that if someone is taking a sannyas order, how they should behave, how strict they should be. They cannot actually relax the rules. So if so he was very much focused on that. So the Lord wanted to set an example. So he himself did not accept it, though he is the supreme Lord himself. But yet, because he accepted the role of a devotee and also as sannyas, so he didn't want in future people to quote him as an example and relax all the principles. So he said that people, if I use all these things, it would be very shameful. So you better return it. So when Jagadananda Panita came to know, he became very, very unhappy. But then Swarup Damodar thought, what else I can do? Because this dry bark, Mahaprabhu's body is so much hurting. I should do something which will not break his principle of sannyas. At the same time, it will not. At the same time, it will not. Mahaprabhu's body is also taken care of. So then, what he did was. Um, he collected a big quantity of dry banana leaves, and then he tore the leaves and into very thin fine fibers. And then what he did was he took Mahaprabhu's outer garments, couple of outer garments, and then he filled that outer garments with this fiber which is taken out from the dry banana leaves. So it's like a sannyas cloth, right? So then that is allowed. So then he made a nice, like a bedding kind of thing and a pillow with this dry banana leaves with Mahaprabhu's outer garments, which is like sannyasi robe. So then after that, he said that Mahaprabhu that, this is acceptable, so please accept it. Then Mahaprabhu, after after everyone convinced him after a long time, then he accepted. So, so here we see one very great quality of Swarup Damodar Goswami. Of course, it is not to compare Jagadananda Pandit with Swarup Damodar Goswami because each devotee had a unique love, and Krishna, just like Krishna, also had so many devotees, and each one had a unique rasa, and they were reciprocating accordingly. Sometimes Krishna wanted his dear associates to get angry angry because he didn't satisfy them, and that love he actually relished it. So Jagadananda Pandit comes under a different category, and we see Swarup Damodar Goswami, he's in a different category. So it is different mellows basically. So we cannot compare and say he's higher, he's lower, like that, because each rasa is very sweet, and each one of them had a unique way of showing love to Mahaprabhu. Then what happened was, so everyone was very happy to see that Mahaprabhu at least accepted finally. And then Jagadananda Pandit, of course, he was happy that at least he accepted, but he was very upset because Mahaprabhu did not accept the one which he gave, because that was even more, what you say, because dry banana leaves also not a very great thing, but what he brought was a perfect one, in fact, for the Lord. But since the Lord didn't accept, he was very upset. But anyway, he said to the Lord that I want to go to Mathura. Please give me permission to go to Mathura. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that I know you are angry with me, and with this anger you go to Mathura, then you will not be in a proper mood. You will be criticizing me there. So you better, So he was not happy to give permission. But then Jagadanda Pandit said, no, I have this desire for a very long time. So please, you kindly give me permission this time. So he went to Swarup Damodar Goswami and also told him, you please, you know, uh, request the Lord to give me permission. But the Lord was not ready to give permission because he didn't want him to go away from him. But then, because of the request of Swarup Damodar Goswami, he said, okay, you can go. But then he gave some important instruction for for Jagadananda Pandit, before he started his journey to Mathura. And then what did he say? He said that Mm, you have to be very, very careful, So till Varanasi, there is no problem because those days everyone were going by foot. So he said, up to Varanasi, you may not face much disturbance, but after Varanasi, you should be very, very careful because you should actually travel with some other people, like who are like kind of Kshatriya type, so that you are protected, because people, when they see someone is walking alone, and especially from Bengal traveling alone, they will come and plunder your whatever you have, and then they will arrest the person and all that. So Mahaprabhu is so, like concerned, and he's guiding Jagadananda Pandit, how you should take care of yourself. Very lovingly he's telling that. And then he says that once you reach there, Mathura, then you always be with Sanatana Goswami. um, and then you never leave him, and you never leave him, you always be with Sanatana Goswami. And he also says that another third thing he says is that you don't mix easily with the people, the residents of Mathura, because the mood of the devotees in Mathura are different and yours is different. So then you can't imbibe their behavior and practice, so you respect them from a distance. And then he says, with Sanatana Goswami's help, you should visit all the 12 forests of Vrindavana. And he says you should not leave his association even for a moment. Uh, so then also a final thing he said was that you also inform Sanatana Goswami that I will also be coming to Vrindavan for a second time, and then he should make the necessary arrangements. So this is the instruction he gives, to Jagadananda Pandit. So here we see one important point why Mahaprabhu said, and he said, you don't stay in Vrindavan for a long time. I mean, he said that, yeah, just visit the 12 places and then don't stay there for a long time, and you have to return back. So the point is that familiarity breeds contempt. We know this saying that if someone stays in Vrindavan for a long time, then they take the holy place for granted, and then they may not show the due respect, and then they may not be able to appreciate the residents who are there, and they may start to think, oh, they are also like me, all those kind of things. Because generally we see that even in normal relationships, we see we give due respect to some people in the beginning, very respectful, we are very grateful, we are this, we are that, and then over a period of time then we take those people for granted, we disrespect them, and then we even instruct them, and we correct them, which is not a proper etiquette. uh, why it all happens? Because familiarity, actually, if we don't really remember our actual position, then we end up actually correcting and guiding and offending, and all this different things happen. Similarly, holy places also. That's why spiritual master also, one should not be staying very close to the spiritual master for a very long period of time if they're devotional, if they are not matured in their devotion. If someone is not matured in devotion, what happens? They will think, oh, the spiritual master also is eating like me, he's sleeping like me, you know and they will take him also in his own, one's own level. And that in that way one may not show proper respect for the spiritual master. So that's why it's very important, when we get to associate with any Vaishnavas who are very exalted, and then it is a blessing, certainly, but also there is a danger in the sense that we need to be very careful, because what happens over a period of time, that familiarity comes and then we disrespect the same person. So that actually becomes, gives the opposite reaction. So it's very important. Similarly, Vrindavan, when we go there, we go with the devotees so that we can properly honor the place, and we there for only a short time, and then we come back. In that way we will be able to value and appreciate the sacred places, the holy kshetras. So this is what Mahaprabhu is now telling to Jagadananda Pandit. And then so first place, so then Jagadananda Pandit took permission from the Lord and all the devotees, and then he traveled in the forest, path, and then he reached Varanasi. And Varanasi, he met two great devotees, Tapan Mishra and the Chandrasekhar Acharya. And then he was discussing about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with them. And then Jagadananda Pandit reached Mathura. So in Mathura, he met Sanatana Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami was so pleased also, to meet Jagadananda Pandit. And then he visited all the 12 forests as instructed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in that way, he was with Sanatana Goswami. And Sanatana Goswami was also, he was staying in a cave, Sanatana Goswami, and he also arranged a place for Jagadananda Pandit, and his prasadam arrangements and everything. So one time Jagadananda Pandit, he was separately cooking for him, and Sanatana Goswami would go for Madhukari, begging for food in the forest. So one time Jagadananda Pandit invited Sanatana Goswami, please come and have lunch. So Sanatana Goswami went. That time he was on his head he was wearing a turban kind of thing, a cloth, and when Jagadananda Pandit saw that, he thought this cloth could be given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was in very great ecstasy. And then he asked, what is this cloth which you are wearing on your head? It is like a red color cloth. So then Sanatana Goswami mentioned that actually this cloth has been given by a sannyasi, and I am wearing it. Mahaprabhu, I mean, Jagadananda Pandit got so upset and angry, and he said, how can you wear a cloth given by some other sannyasi when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the life and soul, our heart, he is there? How can you accept some other sannyasi's, remnants? So he was like very angry and upset. So then Sanatana Goswami said, um, my dear Jagadananda Pandit, you are a very dear devotee of the Lord. You know, um, my purpose of wearing this cloth is now fulfilled, because um, I am now personally seeing your extraordinary love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is not fit for a sannyasi. This is not fit to wear. I will give it to someone else. So in that way, Sanatana Goswami wanted to bring the great love of Jagadananda Pandit, outside. So that's why he did it. So in that way, they both spent a good amount of time, and nearly 2 months passed, and Jagannatha Pandit could not tolerate a separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he said that now I like to go back. So he took permission from Sanatana Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami also gave message for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also he gave some gifts also for the Lord, and that gifts include a stone from Govardhan Hill, Govardhan Shila, and then he gave dry ripened pilu fruits. I don't know how it looks like, and a garland of small corn shells. Mm. So these are the three gifts he gave, and then and also he gave some sand from the place where the rasa dance happened. So he gave all this to Mahaprabhu, and Jagannatha Pandit carried all those gifts, and then he came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then when he gave Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all these gifts, and Mahaprabhu was very pleased. And then he said that the pilu fruits. He told you give this to all the devotees. He took that the Govardhan Shila. He took that you know conch, the mala made of the conch. So all that he accepted, and the pilu fruits were given to all the devotees. So in that way, when Jagadananda Pandit came back, everyone became very happy. And so this is one pastime happened. And then later what happened was, one day, the Gita Govinda, which is very very dear to Lord Jagannath. So Lord Jagannath every day sleeps in Jagannath Puri by hearing the Gita Govinda sung by Jayadeva Goswami. And Jayadeva Goswami is such an extraordinary devotee of the Lord, that there are many, many wonderful, sweet, loving exchanges happen between the Lord and Jayadeva Goswami and his wife Padmavati Devi. And this Gita Govinda is so dear to the Lord. There are many, many pastimes that how Gita Govindam is very, very dear. So one time, there is one story that um, one girl, in little away from Jagannath Puri, but she was like, um, she was actually singing this Gita Govinda, and she was actually in a kind of a garden. She was plucking, the what do you call that fruit, flower, vegetable? Brinjal. She was actually plucking brinjal, and she was singing this Gita Govinda. So Lord Jagannath, he got so attracted to the singing of Gita Govinda that he left the Ratna Simhasana, the altar, and then he came running behind this girl, you know and then he was hearing, and she was like, and she was singing, and she was going, and the Lord was coming behind, and in fact he didn't even saw his uttari, the top cloth fell down. And he was listening, and then he after some time he realized that okay, there is a darshan time, and the Lord went back. So next day, when they actually opened the altar, I mean, when they opened the altar, they saw that the Lord's clothes were completely torn, because he was jumping in the fence, and it was all torn, and the top cloth uttari is not there. So they were wondering what happened, who would have come inside the temple. This was not auspicious. So they informed the head priest and the king, and everyone became very sad. So they fasted and they prayed to Lord Jagannath, if you have committed any offense, please forgive us. You know. Then Lord Jagannath came and said in the dream that actually I went behind this girl who was singing this Gita Govindam. It would be nice, you can call her and she can sing for me every night. So in that way, that girl got, I think her name is Padma. So she got so much blessing that the whole family moved near Jagannath temple, and every day her service was singing this Gita Govindam for the Lord. Even now, this Gita Govindam is sung. The Lord listens to this song, then only goes to sleep. It is so dear to him. And even there is a cloth, and the cloth they have um, kind of printed there's the verses of Gita Govindam, the song of Gita Govindam, and that is actually kept on the chest of the Lord. That much dear is Gita Govindam. And also there is another story, that once I think one I'm vaguely remembering in this one cobbler, I guess. Yeah, he was yeah, the cobbler, he was actually having one salagram. I mean, he was having this salagram shila kind of. Yeah, a brahmana was worshipping a salagram shila. I think for some reason he sold it, or maybe someone can clarify that. But then he took the he paid some money and he took this salagram. He thought this stone will be useful for for my work. So he took that, and then he was using for the different purpose. And then uh, when a brahmana saw this cobbler was actually using a salagram shila, then he was like, my god, what he's doing. And then he said, I will give you whatever money you want. This is Salagram Shila, man. You cannot be using it. It's an offense. Give me back. I will take and worship. This is the Lord Himself. It's a great aparad. And he took the Salagram Shila and then he went and, worshipped the Lord. The Lord came in the dream. He said, I'm not happy here. Get me back to the cobbler. And he said, are you, the cobbler is using for, he's putting his leg and putting everything and doing shoes and things like that. But the Lord said, but still he is singing Gita Govinda in the bathroom and I am listening to it. So that means the point is that maybe the details of the story may not be perfect, but the essence, what I would like to say is that the Lord is so pleased with the Gita Govindam that doesn't matter even if one treats him properly, giving a abhishek or dressing properly. Even I don't want those abhishek and wonderful paraphernalias. I prefer to hear not even the Vedic hymns. I only like to hear Gita Govinda. So so we can understand how dear is Jayadeva Goswami, that the Lord loves to hear the songs composed by Jayadeva Goswami. So here one day Mahaprabhu heard someone singing very very beautifully, the Gita Govindam in front of Lord Jagannath. So then, when he heard the voice from a distance, he ran. He became so ecstatic. He did not even know whether whether that was a man or a woman, because he felt so ecstatic that the Lord was in ecstasy to meet the person who is singing. And on the way, that even the thorns were pricking him, but then he didn't mind. He was just running and running. Then Govinda ran behind. Govinda is a servant of the Lord, personal servant of the Lord, and Govinda was running behind the Lord to stop him, because that singer is not a man, it is a woman. And Mahaprabhu did not I mean, he did not actually think about it, because he was completely in ecstasy. So then somehow Govinda ran and stopped the Lord. Then later he said to the Lord, that is a women singing. So when the Lord heard the word women, he came back to consciousness, and then he said, oh, Govinda, thank you so much. You have saved my life. What would have happened if I have touched the body of a woman? I would have died. So he said that I can never repay back my debt to you. And in that way, the Lord was in complete ecstasy. And he also said that you should be always with me, because I don't know, there is danger everywhere. So you always protect me very carefully. And Swarup Damodar Goswami and all the other associates became very, very scared. That Mahaprabhu is in a completely different state of consciousness. So this is one pastime happened, and then Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami is the son of Tapan Mishra, and then he went and saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Bengal, he was also accompanied by one servant, um, and so Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he came, and Yeah, he came to Bengal, and in Bengal he met Ramadasa Vishwasha, uh, and he was one of the king's secretary. So then they both came to see Mahaprabhu, and then Mahaprabhu. In the meantime, what happened? He was carrying all the luggages and all that. So Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami said, please do not offer any service to me. You know, I don't. You are a very respectable person, so I feel very embarrassed. You offering service to me, and you are a great devotee. Uh, but then Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he said that he said that it is my duty. You are a Brahmana and I'm serving you, and I'm very happy. So in that way, anyway, they both came, and when they arrived, saw Mahaprabhu, they fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu, offered their obeisances, and then Mahaprabhu said, "You go and see Jagannath first, and then you come back." So Raghunath Bhatta Goswami went and took Lord Jagannath's darshan, and Govinda arranged all the accommodation. And then he was there with Mahaprabhu for 8 months. And then he was so happy. And Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami is an expert cook. He makes such delicious prasadam that it was tasting like nectar. And Mahaprabhu was relishing the love of Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami. So then, in that way, at the same time, this person, the other person who came, Ramadasa Vishwasha, he was actually an impersonal. That's why Mahaprabhu did not give him any attention at all. Whereas we could see Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he gave so much love. So the Lord knows how to, reciprocate to the hearts of the different personalities, because he was very proud and arrogant also of his learning. So Mahaprabhu did not even turn towards him. So by neglect, he actually taught a lesson, to this Ramadasa Vishwasha. Then after 8 months over, Mahaprabhu actually told Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, okay, now you go back, and he gave some instruction. And it is quite interesting to see that Mahaprabhu gave different instructions to different personalities. So one cannot copy, or one cannot, it is not like for this person I give, it is like universal. No, according to each individual, and their mood, their situation, and accordingly Mahaprabhu gave different instructions to different devotees. Like we see that um, Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, he told them, you retire from the government, this thing, you come to Vrindavan, and then you just serve. And then he gave some list of instructions like writing books, and establishing temples, so all this, and excavating the holy places. So these are some of the instructions given to Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. you know Whereas we see that Ramananda Roy was still a governor for a long time, serving in the government and also serving Mahaprabhu. And in some of the associates were married, and they were grihasthas, and then Mahaprabhu gave them instruction to do certain different services, and he blessed also some of them to have children. Whereas the certain devotees, he said, do not get married. You have to be, you follow certain rules and regulations. And some others, he said, like take sannyas, and so different personalities, you see different instructions. And here we see Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, the instruction given was not to marry. You do not marry. And then he said that you have to look after your parents. Both the parents were great devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he said that you go back home, serve your aged father and mother who are also devotees, and you try to study Bhagavatam from a pure Vaishnava. This was the instruction given to Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami. So and then he said that then when after serving them, then when at the end of their life, and after they leave the world, then you come back to Jagannath Puri, you know and Mahaprabhu personally gave his own neck beads to Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami. Mm, he put with his own lotus hands the neck beads for him, and then the Lord embraced him, and then he bade him farewell. And then after that, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami began to cry in great separation because 8 long months serving Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, receiving his love, and he was in great ecstasy. And for him to go back was so difficult. But then he was crying, and then he went. He took permission from all the devotees and he left. And as per Mahaprabhu's instruction, he rendered service to his father and mother for 4 years. And then he also studied Bhagavatam from a Bhagavat devotee. And then after, when his father, after 4 years, the parents died at Kasi, and then he then returned back, to Mahaprabhu. So then Mahaprabhu said that now you have to go to Vrindavan. You be under the care of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So then he said that in Vrindavan, what you should do, you you should chant Hare Krishna 24 hours a day, and then read Srimad Bhagavatam continuously. Then Krishna will shower bestow mercy. He did not tell him to excavate the holy places and all that. He mainly said, you go and assist, you be under the care of Rupa Goswami. And the specific instruction for Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami was to chant the holy name and read Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, he went there, and Mahaprabhu also gave him a garland of tulsi leaves, uh, and uh, and also a garland of uh, that garland was actually from Lord Jagannath. So he gave that, and so he also an unspiced beetle he gave to Raghunatha Bhatta. So he accepted then as a worshipable deities. He did not eat or he did not put it. He was worshipping them actually. And then he went to Vrindavan. So in the Vrindavan, he came to the he went to Sheila to meet Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, and they were so happy to receive. And then they experienced great ecstasy. And then what happened was Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami recited Srimad Bhagavatam. And the extraordinary thing about Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami is he had a very super sweet voice. It's like it's compared like a cuckoo, the cuckoo bird, like the so sweet voice that he can recite each verse of Srimad Bhagavatam in different tunes. Like each verse he can recite in 3 or 4 tunes. So it's so wonderful to hear his recitation. Um, and when he was reciting like that Bhagavatam, he will go into ecstasy. So and then he was so much surrendered, to the deity of Rupa Goswami, Radha Govinda. And um, then he actually later Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he ordered his disciples, to construct temple for Govindaji. And then also he made various ornaments and for Govinda. So like that he completely surrendered himself to Govinda. He will never hear anything material. If anyone is speaking about anything else, the material things, he would not listen there. He was fully absorbed in reading Srimad Bhagavatam and chanting the holy name as instructed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he was always in remembering, you know, always remembering Krishna. And then he will take those gifts given by Mahaprabhu, the Tulasi garland, from Lord Jagannath. And then he will take that, and then he will he will worship that. In that way, he was in complete ecstasy. So in that way, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he spent his life, in Vrindavan, in the association of Sri Rupa and Sri Sanatana Goswami, fulfilling the instructions given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this chapter actually ends here in that way. So we see such exalted Vaishnavas and how Mahaprabhu reciprocated to each one of them. In the case of Jagadananda Pandit, he said, "You don't be there in Mathura, come back here. You come back to Jagannath Puri." He did not even want to send him there, you know, and he wanted him to be here. But whereas Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, he said, "You go to Vrindavan." So it's like, very interesting. And then each associate were so unique in the way they serve the Lord. and the way actually they exchange their loving devotion to the Lord. It's all so unique and special and sweet, you know. So that's what we saw today. We see that also we can see one very exciting thing about here. Raghunath, I mean, sorry, in the beginning, like Sarup Damodar Goswami. See how Sarup Damodar Goswami is such a personality who can actually read the heart of Mahaprabhu. He knows what Mahaprabhu don't like, what he likes, what is his mood at the moment, what song I should sing so that he will be pacified, what song I should not be singing so that it won't agitate his mood, or what is that topic I should be saying which would actually make Mahaprabhu pleased. So he was such an extraordinary devotee, Swarup Damodar Goswami. So this is like, we see that the disciples, they say that first class disciple, second class disciple, third class disciple. So a third class disciple is someone that the spiritual master gives instructions and the disciple is not in a position to execute it. He fails in executing the instructions given by the spiritual master. The second class disciple is someone the spiritual master gives instruction and he makes an attempt and he tries his best to fulfill it once the instruction he receives. And the first class disciple is someone the spiritual master is not required to even say it out, but he can completely understand the heart of his spiritual master. Oh, what he likes, what he wants me to do, and he would do exactly as per the desire of the spiritual master. So that is the first class disciple. So how one can actually become a first class disciple? From third class disciple, first one should come to the level of second class disciple. That means making sincere effort, making a constant conscious effort. That will help a person to come from a first class disciple, third class to a second class disciple. And from second class disciple, one has to beg for the mercy of the Lord, and continue that endeavor, sincere endeavor. Then what happens? The Lord becomes very pleased, the spiritual master becomes very pleased and empowers that devotee, the disciple, to become a first class disciple. So, just like we see in the Damodar Leela, now we all are, the Lord is kindly engaging all of us in the wonderful service of the Damodar programs. And we are very, very blessed in that sense to get this opportunity, to serve the Lord. And in that also, the one of the standing out point we see in the Damodar Leela also is a two-finger shot where one, refers to the effort, the endeavor, and the second finger denotes the mercy of the Lord. And we see Mother Yashoda is making an effort. She's running behind Krishna to catch him. She's taking the ropes and she's trying to bind him. So she's making an effort to bind the Lord. So the Lord becomes very pleased. Oh, my mother is making so much of effort. She did not sit down. She did not say, okay, I don't think so, I can do it. But even though she was failing in the attempt in the beginning, but she's not giving up and making a persistent, effort. And that pleased Lord Damodara so much. So this is one standing out thing that in order to understand Krishna and love Krishna, we should make that effort. How much ever effort we are making, we see that proportionally we get that reciprocation, because Krishna says in the Gita also, ye tamam prapatyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham. As you surrender, I reward accordingly. So Krishna will be, and this month is super special month, as we all know. So just for our remembrance, we thought of an acronym. What are the different things we can do in this month? We all know that, but still, just to remember, all the time, we can remember this one acronym called Damodar Vrata, because we all are trying to do Damodar Vrata, right? So what is that Damodar Vrata stands for? D stands for um, Damodar Vrata. D stands for Damodar lamp offering. That's the first thing. In Damodar month, the most striking, most important thing is offering Damodara a ghee lamp. So D for Damodar lamp offering. Then A for association. Association of devotees keeps us uplifting. Otherwise, there is so much negativity in this world. My God, just can't describe it. You know, um, the disturbance comes from all different angles, all different people, all different directions, and you won't even expect such a thing will come in your life. That is the condition of Kali Yuga. You know, and how do we actually face all these things? It's so hard, right? That is why association of devotees helps us to cross over all these negativities, cross over all these obstacles, cross over all this things, uh, you know um, bitter things going around. We can come out only by association of devotees. So association of devotees who are very saintly, which can uplift us. So this is D, A for association, and M for morning bath. Morning bath before sunrise, and Mangala Arati. Of course, Mangala Arati means one should have taken bath, but sometimes, if even for some who have not got used to this Mangala Arati, even if someone is getting up, because so much emphasis is given on morning bath. So if someone is taking morning bath in this month of Kartik before sunrise, it is mentioned that it is like equal to taking bath in all the holy rivers. That is a blessing or benediction a person gets. Like taking bath in Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, like that, just by taking a Thames water bath in the morning in this month of Kartik. So, and Mangalarti, so it is so powerful, so uplifting, and so much of blessings a person gets. So, DAM. O is offering charity. This month is meant to give some charity, different kind of charity, like we have Prasadam Seva, Go Seva, sorry, Prasadam Seva, and it's a charity also is like we can Shastra Dan, Gita Dan, all this kind of books we can distribute. So, and in that way, that goes and helps people. We can give charity in the temple, charity of lamps. So many things we can do in this month of Damodar. So DAMO, again D is devotional service, some seva, like cleaning the temple floor. It is mentioned that if someone is taking up this menial service of cleaning the temple room, and making it clean and nice, the Lord becomes very pleased, and he gives a very special place in the spiritual world, it seems. For doing such menial service, the Lord becomes very pleased. So there are a lot of different sevas one can do in this month, which involves our physical body. uh, you can do so many different things by mind, body, and words. We can actually serve the Lord, performing various devotional service, like going and helping people to go and do a Damodar lamps, going for book distribution, going door to door, many things, many seva, devotional service. Then again, there is the A is attentive chanting. In this month, we focus normal chanting, even if it is not attentive, still it gets a lot of blessing. And the Lord is very pleased. But if someone does the attentive chanting, it is very purifying, and then we can connect with the Lord very easily. Then R for reading books. So it is mentioned that in this month, if someone reads Srimad Bhagavatam, it is equal to reading all the 18 Puranas. This month, it is also recommended to read Bhagavad Gita every single day. One who reads Bhagavad Gita every single day on this month of Kartik, it is mentioned that if someone has done it very sincerely every single day, at the end of the life, they will be able to go back to Godhead. And also, it's recommended to read 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Sorry, this month. Other verses also we can read. And Vrata, we visiting the holy places like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Mathura. So when the same Damodar lamp offering is done in those holy places, it is like thousands and thousand times, multiplies the blessings in the holy Dham. So we are again R. R is reading the prayers. There are different kinds of prayers recommended in this month. One of the most important prayer recommended is Damodar Ashtakam prayers every day, to read or sing while showing Damodar lamp. And also there are many, many prayers like Nanda Nandana Ashtakam, then Shri Radha Kripa Kataksham, then Gopi Geet. All these prayers are very much recommended in this month of Kartik. Again, it is yeah. So in this month, we appreciate, the Go Seva, because cows are very, very dear to the Lord. So this month, especially, Go Seva is like recommended. Then tea for Tulsi Puja. So Tulsi is very dear to the Lord this month. When we water Tulsi, when we circumambulate Tulsi, even normal days, so much blessing because she's very dear to Krishna. But on this special month, if we circumambulate, if we water her, we talk about her, we glorify her. This all are very, very dear. And there are 8 names of Tulasi, which is very dear. Vrinda, Vrindavani, Vishwapavani, Vishwapujita, Nandini, Pushpasara, Tulasi, Krishna Jivani. These 8 names, if we every single day we recite, offering praise to Tulasi Devi, Krishna becomes very pleased. And so this is special 8 names. And then, yeah, the last is avoid all that is unfavorable. In this particular month, so like the 4 regulative principles. So avoid all that is unfavorable. So in that way, Damodar Vrata, we can remember easily and try our best to see as much as possible we can follow all these items, or at least 1 or 2 items very nicely and sincerely. And remember Damodar in this month of Kartik. Yeah, so thank you so much for joining. And also, Prabhu, you're there? Uh, Ranjan, my Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here,
Okay,
Mataji.
I think maybe you can now continue, Prabhu.
Uh, well, my system got little frozen, so
Okay, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Let
I'm like,
me
I
wait,
can
Prabhu.
speak only.
Well,
So, but yes, Ji
I
Mataji.
I'll share 1 second, Prabhu.
Sorry, like
No, no,
nothing
Prabhu.
is open,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, no worries, Prabhu. I'm just trying to get it. 1 second, give me. So also we can announce about the special program tomorrow, Prabhu. In the meantime, I will take it out.
Yes, Mataji.
Hmm. One second, I've almost got it. Yeah. Can you see, Prabhu?
Yeah, it's loading, Mataji.
Mm.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
yes,
So,
Mataji.
devotees can think. Is there a points if anyone has shared? You can maybe read it out.
Yeah, Mataji. So devotees can share the point if they have not shared. The devotees who have shared, maybe Vijay Lakshmi Mataji has wrote some of the points. So I'll quickly
Mm.
go through all.
Mm.
So it's like familiarity brings the contempt. So Mataji gave so many wonderful example, like how Guru doesn't allow so many disciples to be as close to him, and like how in the beginning things are very good, and then later it takes, people start taking the things cheaply. So thank you, Mataji. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction appears as if instruction to all to visit 12 forests in Vrindavan, not stay there long, not leave the association of Sanatan Goswami, and association of this single movement. Gita Govindam song is dear to the Lord, composed by the Jayadev Goswami.
Mm.
Lord demonstrate how caution one should be with a woman.
Mm.
While the Lord is a state of ecstasy, would not know if it is man or woman.
Mm.
Blessed in Raghunath Bhatta Goswami in association with Mahaprabhu for 8 months with a special talent to recite Srimad Bhagavatam in various tunes. True devotees knows the heart of Guru and won't need any instruction. The wavelength and the devotee at the same level. So thank you so much, Vijay Lakshmi Mataji, for
Amazing.
your so many brilliant points. And Mataji looks like has explained the entire
Yeah.
what as a conclusion he has given to us.
Beautiful.
So thank you, Mataji. Devotees, you can write. I can read it at the end of the session. So please.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt, Prabhu. Really thank Vijayalakshmi Mataji. If possible, she can sing Geeta Govind, sorry, Gopi Geeta next week if Mataji is available. It'll be nice. She sings very nicely.
Jai.
Yeah. Thank you for the wonderful points. Yes. Yeah, Prabhu.
So shall we go ahead little next
Yeah.
slide, Mataji?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Damodar month. So this is the registration. So devotees can still forward this particular flyer to their family, relatives, and friend circle, so that and a lot of devotees are doing, and so many devotees are really appreciating when we go to their house, door to door. So we feel little, hesitant to go, but when we go and share their realization, it's very, very joyful moment. So I would request, if you have not reached out to your known devotees, please, please, please go ahead and call them and explain about the festival. So get the opportunity to bring Damodar at our house, own house. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Uh, we can go to the next, I think. Yeah, this is like daily online morning japa with the devotees reminder. So this happens 5 to 8 a.m.
Mhm.
So that's wonderful opportunity. And birthday for the community this month. So I think today we have birthday of Kumal Mataji. I'm not sure Mataji is here, but yeah, still we can chant
Yeah.
one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Kumal Mataji for her birthday.
Hare
We can
K-
unmute ourselves. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama.
Hare.
Hare
Oh, Komal Mathur is really amazing devotee. Very, very talented, but at the same time very humble and very artistic. She's now very much. I mean, she's one of the important person helping in the Western preaching also, and she's in Chelmsford and hosting a home in a program at Bhakti Vriksha at home, and also many amazing services she's doing along with her husband and children. So we are very thankful for her wonderful service for the last many years she has been rendering these services. So thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
And Mataji, just I got message. Tomorrow is also birthday of Chandra Prabhu. So Chandra
Oh,
Prabhu from the Basildon, and he's
okay.
known as a Namacharya also there because wherever he goes, he chant all the time. So
Oh,
is
so
it okay if we
nice.
all can chant
Yeah,
one time Hare
definitely.
Krishna Mahamantra
Definitely,
for him as well?
definitely. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Rama
Ram
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama.
Hare Krishna
So,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare.
Hare
Thank you so much, all the devotees, for praying for Komal Mataj and Chandrapur. So,
Jai Jai.
Chandrapur from
Okay,
Basildon, he involves a lot of services over there.
wonderful.
And yeah,
Very enthusiastic. Prabhu is very, very enthusiastic and very service minded.
uh,
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, tomorrow's GKT Prabhu's.
yes, yes. So, next is so
Mm,
we are very, very blessed. I think the you might know GKD. His name is Gopal Govind Krishnadas. I was telling my Maharaj name. So
mm.
Govind Krishnadas. So Prabhu is very known in the social media link, um, in YouTube, and making a lot of videos and inspiring youth. So, and the devotees who has recently came in temple, or they might have visited to Manor program as well. So Prabhu has took two programs in the Manor and one program in the Soho. So it was so blissful event. And Prabhu is born and brought up as a devotee family, and their parents are dedicated to ISKCON from the childhood. And Prabhu's father is a temple president of ISKCON Kurukshetra. Uh, so the program we are doing is tomorrow. It's very short notice. We have received Prabhu's association. So by Krishna's mercy, we got some opportunity. So we are doing in Chelmsford at Komal Mataji house. So flyer will be sending it out soon, like maybe tonight, maybe like in another 1 hour something. But please, 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 if you are around, please come and take the association. Wonderful kirtan and katha. So, Mother, you want to add anything?
Yeah, it was so wonderful because I've seen in Instagram, but personally, I got the opportunity to see Prabhu last Saturday. He came to Soho, and my God, the Kirtan was simply blissful, simply blissful. Like everyone's arms were high on the air, and the legs were also, up on the air. It was so ecstatic that when he stopped the Kirtan, everyone said once more. And that went
Mhm.
on, went on, went on, and no one actually that day I was very hungry because we went for book distribution, and I was little hungry that day. And I was thinking, after coming back, there will be prasadam first. But then, Prabhu came. But then, after the kirtan, I totally forgot about the prasadam only because they serve prasadam late, but I didn't remember only. In fact, first I said I will serve prasadam, and then actually I took prasadam later, but I didn't even feel because it was such ecstatic kirtan. Ecstatic kirtan. So it transported to a different level, and especially all the youngsters, youths. I mean, sh- he's such a, what I should say, he's really a great inspiration for all of them. And in that guru in that age itself he has done Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, and very nice. The whole family is a dedicated family, so for the mission of Srila Prabhupada. It was very inspiring hearing him as well. So getting an opportunity, actually we have his program schedule was so tight. I don't know, somehow the Lord's arrangement, we got it. So if devotees could make it, that'll be really great. you
And
know I,
Mataji, in India, he take lot of charge if he goes for any program, because he
uh,
collaborate with the film stars and all. So he
ah
takes lot of money. I mean, say the paid events. So we are getting opportunity free
Ex-
of cost. Even Manner
exactly.
also two program or paid program, Mataji, in Manner
Oh,
also.
oh, yeah. See,
Yeah.
that's why ours is a free program. We should not, it's like they say, no, familiarity, like take it for granted, free programs. So it should not be like that because it's special blessing. And he has got thousands of fans, isn't it, Prabhu? Spiritual fans,
When
all
he
over.
was coming to London, so he got so many messages and call, and then he stopped telling that what time he's coming. So he
Yeah.
didn't tell to anyone so that people don't gather around him in the airport and lot.
Uh,
So yeah,
uh,
but yeah,
he's like spiritual celebrity, actually. So, but it is not just a celebrity, his mood is also very spiritual.
it's very
Completely
humble.
it's very spiritual. So it's nice. Such people's enthusiasm is, like is contagious. We can also go then rub off some enthusiasm and devotion and come back. That's what I would say. Yeah, that's very nice, Prabhu. What else? Yeah. Prabhu, you want to say about this because 1st of November, in fact, Diwali. So wishing everyone a great Diwali, Krishna conscious Diwali ahead. That day, Soho Temple, they have this Kirtan Mela, Diwali Kirtan Mela, specially arranged from 2 o'clock onwards. So those who are not celebrating at home and who is thinking, where should I go? Then please do come to the temple because it's going to be a beautiful Kirtan Mela. We can see the Lordships, Damodara Aarti. One of the best ways to celebrate Diwali because Diwali day the Damodar pastime happened. So that's one thing I wanted to say. Prabhu, is that okay? I'll say about the Govardhan Puja.
Please go ahead,
Yeah.
Mataji. Thank you
So
so
Govardhan Puja also is very, very special. As we know, Krishna lifted Govardhan hill on his little finger in the left hand. So it's a very, very special pastime where all the Vrindavan residents came under one umbrella, of Giriraj. And it is such a sweet pastime, and Krishna relishes that pastime. And we got this opportunity and the blessing to make 108 offerings as a East London community. So there will be a very nice offering around 11:30, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then but devotees are supposed to bring the offering by 11 sharp. and it will be taken inside, and it will be set up, and then they will do the offering. Then after that we can circumambulate the Govardhan hill, and also we can have darshan of Radhalandanishwara, and then nice arati and everything we'll see, and then have a big feast, prasadam. So it's something not to miss. Please, please, it is coming this time on a Saturday, so it's a holiday, so everyone can try to make make an attempt to come and take part in this wonderful festival of Giriraj Govardhan Puja. Yes, Prabhu, you please continue. I'll just go down and show darshan. Is that okay?
Yeah, please, please, Mother. So I'm done from my side, I think so.
Y-
We'll get
Okay.
darshan of him.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I hope I can spotlight. So, devotees, if you need any information related to Govind Krishna Prabhu's program, so we'll be sharing the flyer soon, but on high level, it is going to be in Chelmsford. Um, and we will be sharing the address soon. Yeah, it is a free of cost, so no charges are there. You can freely come, but yeah, you need to inform us. I mean, say like if you are joining over this to just manage for prasadam and everything. So just bear with me a couple of minutes. We are going to get the darshan of Jagannath, Baldev, and Shubhadra Maharani. And I'm going to spotlight now. Yes, Mataji.
Uh, is it visible or blurred?
Blur, Mataji. I don't know. It's a blur.
1 second. Let me see. Is it still like that?
Ji, Mataji.
Just
Yes,
give me a
Mother.
second. I'm trying to adjust. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it is like we can
Yeah,
see, but like
yeah, yeah.
nothing. I
It's
mean, like, we can.
lovely. Yeah,
It's a fully blur, Mataji. Like the background is blurry, as I mentioned. That's
just give me a second, Prabhu. Just give me a second, please.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can you hear us, Mataji? Maybe something is, I think in camera something maybe. Jai Hari Bol. So जय श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, जय श्री गौर निताय की, श्री पंच सत्य भगवान की, जय जय श्री लड्डू गोपाल की, जय श्री दामोदर भगवान की, यशोदन दामोदर भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
हरि बोल।
So beautiful. Yes, Mataji, we can see very beautifully now. Yeah. Mataji, you're on mute. I'm like the camera which is showing us. Yeah.
Hare
If you
Krishna
want to say.
Prabhu, thank you so much, and thank you all the devotees. We'll see you next week, and happy Diwali and Govardhan
Hare
Puja.
Krishna.
Yeah, Hare
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna. Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Bye
Thank you so
bye.
much. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Mataji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Happy Diwali. Happy
Hare
Diwali.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
कर लिया